moving left to right and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Get set, get set.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run on first down. It's Black. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, look at this Arizona defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 1 yard and now no yards. Have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing here, Purdy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3, and it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun. Beck. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Love. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, it's Benson.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
That would give running right his Love. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because Cover was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Beck. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
For the field goal, a 27-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Look at this Arizona defense.
They've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 2. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Purdy.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Walter Nolan
in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their 1st sack of the contest.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Purdy looking to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Straight ahead running. Here's Love. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point.
And maybe a wrench thrown in the operation there. The snap wasn't great, and this kick is pulled. It's no good.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
And everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where
touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Hey, give me a D. Give me the E. Give me an A. Give me an M. And give me the ring.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, go!
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Get set, get set.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Evans, the man in motion left. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Open man is Kirk, complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Purdy. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
That one complete downfield to Kirk.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there at 22.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of the best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
McCaffrey is complete.
And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
McCaffrey.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
With career touchdown number 91, he joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Niners will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Off play action. Beck. It's brought in by Wilson. The Cardinals Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we see in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Second down and 3.
18, Pioneer. Let's go. 70 line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm...
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And there defensively was Jack Jones.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Caught by Wilson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Pass complete there to Harrison. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They run over center with Benson. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cardinals first down. 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Back.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Benson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff coming left counter. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
60 Eagles.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fighting through at the 25. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try to make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They turn to Love on the handoff. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
19 Tiger. 18 Cardinal. Check smash. Let's go.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cardinals have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. And that
touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. 24, 49ers, 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over first and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And his throw here is incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Purdy.
He's got it in, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Get set, get set.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal.
They go play action here. Purdy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. Purdy, big 4th down play. And they'll find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 126 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Play action. Now Purdy.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Mike Evans, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown at the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A give up the middle with Benson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 16 more on that one and another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run behind center with Kettle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The 27-yard line.
Second down and 4.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Hut. Take go.
They'll hand it off. It's Love. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. From the gun on 3rd down. Bank. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. The guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
Here's 2nd down.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Here's Purdy.
And this is caught by Evans. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Throwing, Purdy.
This one caught by Kittle. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.